All right, let's just get right into it. The world is splitting in two and fast. You've got the people who use AI and the people who are going to be replaced by them. So today we're breaking down a super clear five-phase process to make sure you land on the right side of that divide. And listen, that's not some far-off sci-fi future thing. That is literally happening right now. The gap between professionals who are leveraging AI and those who aren't, well, it's getting wider every single day. The stakes here are incredibly high.
It feels like a lot, right? I mean, 100 new tools seem to launch every week. But don't worry. This isn't about you having to learn to code or become some data scientist. It's about building a new set of skills, and we're going to walk through a simple, structured path to get you there.
We're going to take that feeling of being behind and turn it into a concrete plan. Think of this less as a technical thing and more as your new career strategy for the next decade. And that's the promise here, a clear step-by-step journey. We're going to take you from the absolute basics all the way to building automated systems that make you unbelievably productive and, frankly, super valuable. So, let's get into our first phase. Before you can do any of the cool, complex stuff, you have to build simple, consistent habits. These are the non-negotiables, the things that really set you up for success. Okay, this whole foundation is built on 5 really simple habits. First, start using an AI like ChatGPT for your first pass searches instead of just defaulting to Google. Second, keep it in a pinned tab in your browser. Always there, always ready. Third, and this is a big one, use your voice. Speak your prompts, don't type them. Come on, you can talk way faster than you type, right? It lets you get more detailed thoughts out. Fourth, get the mobile apps. Let AI become your little thinking buddy when you're on the go. And finally, number 5, use a tool like Fathom to automatically record and transcribe your online meetings. This stuff is going to be pure gold for you later. Okay, so once those habits are locked in, it's time to level up to phase 2. This is where we stop just using AI as a simple tool and we start treating it like a real thought partner, kind of like a new colleague. Now, the really crucial point here is that we're not asking the AI to do our work yet. Not yet. We're just asking it to help us think better about our work. So picture it like a brilliant intern who's read every book ever written, but has absolutely zero context about your job. Your job is to give it that context. So for instance, let's say you're Nicole, a social media manager. You could ask, what are the common mistakes people in my role make? Or maybe you're Geo, a student success lead. You could describe a problem you're seeing and ask, what are some different ways I could think about solving this? You can even feed it one of those meeting transcripts. See, I told you that 5th habit would pay off, and ask for feedback on how you communicated. All right, you've used AI as a coach to sharpen your own thinking. Now it's time for phase 3, where we actually get it to do the heavy lifting for us. This right here is the secret to getting high-quality work from AI, instead of just generic junk. It's called the 10-80-10 rule. You do the first 10%. That's providing all the rich context, the goals, the raw material. Then the AI does the middle 80%, the big, chunky first draft. And then, and this is so critical, you come back in and do the final 10%. You review, you edit, you apply your unique human judgment and taste. Let's see what this actually looks like. A basic user asks for 50 content ideas and gets, well, predictable slop. But a pro user, like our friend Nicole, she gives the AI a video transcript, a few examples of competitor content she likes, and her team's strategy doc. See, she's doing that first 10%. And the result? She gets back these super specific strategic ideas that are actually useful. It's a game changer. So you're delegating like a pro now, but you're still starting from scratch every time. Phase 4 is all about building systems so your AI actually gets smarter and better over time. And that's the key question, isn't it? One-off prompts are great, but the real power, the real leverage, comes from creating reusable assets that just keep getting more valuable. The best way to wrap your head around this is with a simple analogy. Think about baking a cake. You start with a basic recipe, and you're just going to keep making it better over time. Your first prompt is version 1 of that recipe. You bake the cake, and, it's okay. It's edible, but maybe a little bland. The tone is off, the ideas are generic. You have to kind of fix it up manually at the end. So what do? You don't just add more sugar at the end every single time. No, you go back and you update the original recipe. You add a line to your prompt like, make sure the tone is witty and a little counterintuitive, and boom, the next cake you bake is already better. And after a few more tries, add a line that says, make each hook under 20 words, or avoid rhetorical questions. You suddenly have a V5 recipe.
A perfect, repeatable prompt that gives you amazing results every single time. This becomes your personal prompt library. This is your secret weapon.
All right, let's talk about the final phase. So far, everything has needed you to be there, to manually run these prompts. But what if you didn't have to be? What if the work just happened? That, my friends, is phase 5, automation.
Now, there are a few levels here. Level 1 is easy. Just use the AI features that are already built into the software you own. But level 2? That's where the magic happens for most of us. Using tools like Zapier. Just imagine setting up a rule that says, hey, when a new Zoom recording is done, automatically transcribe it, send that transcript to ChatGPT with my perfect cake recipe prompt, and then post the summary in our team Slack. That is so powerful. Levels 3 and 4 are more advanced, sure, but you can do incredible things at level 2 alone. So there we have it. We've covered the entire journey, from building a few simple habits to creating powerful, automated systems that are literally working for you while you sleep. The big takeaway here is that learning AI isn't some vague, impossible thing. It's a clear, manageable process. You have the map now, and it all starts with just a few small tweaks to your daily routine. And that brings us right back to where we started. This isn't just about being more productive, it's about staying relevant. Every single day, that gap between those who've mastered these new tools and those who haven't gets a little bit wider. So the only question left is, which side of that gap are you going to be on?